My name's Arnold Hoel. I was an E4, which is BT3. Worked as a boiler technician. From there I went out to Long Beach, was stationed aboard the USS Topeka, and they had just went back on the line because they had been in there for repair, and so we had to go start sea trials to make sure everything worked right, to make preparations for going overseas. And being aboard ship, it's when you come from being a country boy and seeing wide open spaces and coming in and in an enclosed space and looking around and no windows and all that. Gee, that looks funny. Actually, I was quite enthusiastic about when I seen the ship. I said, you know, I think I made the right move because I was originally going in the Marines, and I made the right decision to go in the Navy instead. I don't remember much about when I first went aboard. You know, I was, because of the size of the ship, I was spellbound. You know, God, they can get this big thing to move in the water, and all this heavy iron, how is it floating, and all this going through your mind, and there's no way that this can stay afloat, weighing so much. But I didn't realize at that time, and it was in proportion to the size. They make the size accordingly to allow for the extra weight. We'd have to go out and run sea trials to make sure there was no problems with the systems and everything, make sure everything was up to par. And when they were satisfied with the sea trials, that everybody knew what they were doing and the ship performed the way it was, then we'd go from here to Hawaii to pick up the Admiral. They would have the ceremony for bringing aboard the Admiral. And in Hawaii, I wasn't allowed to drink. Back in Hawaii, they were worse than here in the States as far as being drinking age, but any place else they didn't care. He was in the military, he was old enough to drink. But it rained too much. It was raining all the time. And it rained for an hour, and then the sun would come out, and rain an hour again. But they had the best ice cream in the world. Then we went to Okinawa and Guam, Midway. Just a few days. I was always, when we went to Guam, and we would have to take on fuel and water and stuff, so we was just pulling in long enough to do that, so my crew didn't get to go over. Then we'd end up in Subic Bay, the Philippines there. We'd stay about a week. We'd go on the beach there. Philippines at that time was dirt roads, straw huts, and no refrigeration. And they would try to sing American songs in the bars and their bands and stuff, and they sounded terrible.